Hello baby boys! Yes, I do love The Sims 2 with all of my heart, but today I'm talking about 10 things that I hate in this game. Number 1 would be the hairs. Now, it's not that I hate the hairs, actually Sims 2 is the only game from this franchise where the hair moves, and that's pretty awesome. Also, I do like how most of the hairs are looking, but oh my god, we don't have a lot of options already, and the few we got were wasted with some of the worst decisions to be ever made by The Sims 10. Why in the living hell they decided to give us 5 of the ugliest knit caps ever, 5 hard hats, another 10 knit caps as if we don't have enough of them already, 8 great helms, 3 ninja masks and 4 gorilla heads. Think about all of the pretty hairs we lost so we can make a furry family instead. I do have a fix for that though, the amazing Ultimate Clay Hair Default Replacement Collection. This replaces all hairs from the game with the Sims 4 ones and they all look really good. Way better than 1000 knit caps. Number 2 is University. This expansion pack does add a lot of amazing stuff and so I do consider it a must-have, but the main part of this expansion pack is quite boring, let's be honest here. It's supposed to be fun, but honestly there's close to nothing to it. You just go there and wait for the exams. Wait a lot, by the way. I get it, college is no fun in real life either, so maybe it's realistic, but it's probably the worst thing in Sims 2. I just skip college in my game and so I don't use mods to fix that, but I'll link some that can help make university life less boring. Number 3 would be the lightning fires. Okay, so oh my god, every time it rains in this game a fire starts because a motherfucker lightning decided to hit a tree and I cannot stand it. It's so repetitive and plus it gives your sim a freaking memory about a fire and I just find this so unnecessary. So yes, I'm just there playing the game, living my life, and out of nothing a fire begins and I'm like, where is the fire? And it is outside on a fucking tree. If you hate this as much as I do, or even if you just hate it a little, there's a mod for that. We can't get rid of it completely the way that I would like, but it makes it a way more rare event in your game, so that's close enough. Number 4, friends are needed for job promotions. Now, I do believe this probably makes sense for some careers out there, but to be honest, I hate it, okay? I hate it. I feel like this is forcing us maybe to focus in more than just one way of playing the game, and maybe that's why it works this way. And if that's the case, I can understand it, but I cannot like it, okay? So yes, I do not enjoy having to have friends in order to succeed in my job. It just feels like an unnecessary obligation. Yes, so I dislike it. Oh, and also that's probably the reason why sometimes your sim bring others from work and I also hate it. I don't want anybody in my house that I did not invite myself. Point blank period. There's a fix for that though, and I'll be sure to link that in the description box as well, so you don't have to be friends with everybody in order to, you know, make more money. And there's also a mod to prevent your sim inviting anybody to your home, so that's cool. Number 5 are the hobby stalkers. Oh my freaking god. Now, this is annoying, come on now. So every time your sim is, I don't know, a lot of times you're just trying to build up a skill, you're not just really invested in any hobbies, but your sim is developing a hobby, okay? That's a mechanic introduced in Sims 2 Free Time. Yes, that's the name. And yeah, I do feel like this is cool. This does add another layer to your sims and everything, but I hate when you're just there living your freaking perfect life and out of nothing this man or woman comes in uninvited again. Okay, I do have a problem with uninvited people, but anyway, they come into your house inviting you to a secret place. Okay, so that's creepy as F. And also like this whole dynamic is so not necessary at all, cause I don't need my sim going into a community lot to play chess, especially in a game with so many loading screens. Like, I'm not doing it. I also hate the memory of discovering a secret lot or something. There's mods to get rid of both the hub stalker and the memory. Number 6, friendships, notifications, or pop-ups. Oh my freaking god. Now, this is annoying as F. And so, remember when I was talking about how I hate the fact that we need friends for job promotions? I guess this relates a little bit, because sometimes you make friends in order to succeed in your career, but you don't want these friends. So once you reach the top of your career, you just never look back. But of course, your once called friends do, and they want you back. Now again, I feel like this is forcing us to play the game in a relationships way, do you know what I mean? Like forcing us to not focus just on our family and our career. They also want us to focus on relationships, friendships, connections and stuff. I do understand this. I just, like I said before, I don't like it, okay? It's pretty annoying. Also, I do find it to be a little unrealistic, because when you're friends with someone, it's okay to spend some time apart. Do you know what I mean? You don't get together every single day, and you don't talk to each other every single day, and so yeah, it's just weird. But of course, there's a mod to get rid of that, and the link for it will be in the description box. Number 7 is the Platinum Aspiration for life. Now, this is something that annoys me a lot, because once a sim has a full Platinum Aspiration permanently, it's like there's no point. Even though I do not play once based, I still feel like if a sim is forever happy, then what is the point of playing with them? There's this feature of free time that whenever a sim achieves a lot of milestones through life, they eventually end up getting a full Platinum Aspiration eternally. And I hate it because you do not have control over it. There's no way to stop it. You just have to accept that, okay? And it sucks. It sucks really hard, because I don't want my sims having full Platinum Aspiration whenever they are like in college, because sometimes it happens real early in life. I hate it. There's a mod that kind of slows down this process, but I'm still waiting for a mod that gets rid of it completely. Number 8 are the Townies. Oh my god. Okay, so a lot of people do find the Townies from Sims 2 to be really iconic and cute. I do understand it. They do hold maybe an almost special place in my heart, but at the end of the day, I still hate these motherfuckers. Oh, and I feel like I should explain something, but Sims 4 players, they usually call the pre-made Townies. That's not the Townies that I'm talking about, okay? I'm not talking about the Brokes, the gods. I'm not talking about the Caliente sisters, obviously not. I'm talking about the sims that are living in town, but we do not control them. Now, what it is to hate about Townies anyway? So what I dislike here is that we can tell how much love was put into making every single pre-made family from Sims 2, and we can also tell how little effort was put into making the Townies, because they were made using the same face templates over and over and over, meaning your hood will have a lot of clones, and this is again not realistic at all, and it also creates this weird atmosphere of like a life simulation game instead of a real life experience for your sims. And so I just feel like they're so out of place and not well made by any means. They do not have families, connections, memories, storylines. They do not even have faces of their own. So I do not fuck with Townies. you never see me marrying like Cassandra Goth to a freaking Townie. This never happens in my game. I would never mix the iconic pre-made families with Townies. That would be a crime. There's mods to stop the game from generating Townies because in addition to the Townies that are already there, new ones keep coming. Can you believe it? Number 9 would be some memories. Now, it's not that I dislike the memories system from Sims 2, it's actually something that I love in the game, okay? I feel like this is so awesome because it allows us to give our Sims so much background, and so I appreciate it a lot. But some memories are just so unnecessary. Like the way that I see it, the memories are there to create a storyline, to tell a story, and not to make my Sim remember every freaking time they saw a cockroach. And also like remember every time they met someone. I do not remember every one that I met, so it makes no sense. It creates like a bunch of memories, and so the storyline gets easily lost because instead of a storyline, what you got was a cockroach track record, everybody's that you ever know name, and how well or bad your distant cousin that you never saw was in school. I'm always editing my Sims memories in Simpede so they look the way that I like them to look. And of course, there's some mods to prevent some crazy memories like the cockroaches one, every time your Sim passes out, shit like that. Finally, number 10. The lack of logic in love. Yes, okay, so what is happening here is the jealousy system does not work the way that it should, or the way that it should in my personal opinion at least. So for example, Daring Dreamer will feel cheated if Cassandra Goth marries Don Lotario only because he loves her. But it does not make any sense because they do not have a relationship. Cassandra does not love him back, and so it just does not make any freaking sense. I just don't get why we couldn't have a going steady option for adult Sims too. We do have one for teenagers but not for adults, and it sucks. This would help the jealousy system makes so much more sense. We do have mods for that. We have a going steady option for adults mod, and we also have some fixes for the jealousy system, and you can find both in the description box. That's it, baby boys. Now do not fear, I still love Sims 2 a lot. I just hate some parts of the game, but most of it I really love. Now what about you? What are some stuff that you hate about the game? Let me know in the comments, and do not forget to show me some love. I'll see you in the next one.